News here for you is that day. Back for more. Travis Kelce, according to Ian Rappaport, is expected to return to KC for a 14th season. A message that's been delivered to teams who will want him. 36, Kelce's play was at its usual level. Loyal to KC and will stay, although it doesn't say, we don't have the terms of the deal.
Does it matter, though?
Well,
does it?
Considering the family, probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Play for fun.
Right.
For the love of the game.
Yes, for love of the game. And we know the Chiefs love having Travis Kelce back. JD, like, what does this say to you about where the Chiefs can go with Patrick Mahomes coming off the ACL and trying to get back to where they usually are?
Well, I think the biggest thing is this. When you talk about the Kansas City Chiefs, there's still Tyreek Hill that's hanging out there that we heard from our insiders that Judy talked about possibly going back. Let's get the band back together one last time. And I think with a strong running game, this can work out. You have to have a strong running game, though, because of plays like this. And
for the National Football League, you know, him and his potential wife.
Oh, so you're saying the league called him?
I'm just saying he's
called
just
and was
great
like, hey.
business. So, and then on top of that, still on third down, when Patrick Mahomes gets in trouble, he's still sitting on his back step waiting for waiting for Travis Kelce to win on routes. And to me, and until they get that tackle situation straight, they're going to need somebody in that receiver room that he knows is going to get open.
Okay, let's get some more details on the deal by bringing in the NFL Network insiders. Ian, Mike, Tom, back with us. Ian, let's start right there. How did this kind of come together to keep Kelce in KC?
Yeah, it has been a roller coaster for Travis Kelce. He has only played for the Kansas City Chiefs. I think a lot of people assumed, no doubt, Travis Kelce would just come back with the Chiefs, sign whatever deal was available, and move forward. He was expected to get significant interest, likely a deal that would have put him at the top of the tight end market based on the way he played last year. A Pro Bowler certainly playing near the top of his game. That would make sense. That's not really what Travis Kelce is about. It really isn't. He is going to turn down more money to stay in Kansas City, to be loyal, to be with Patrick Mahomes, and continue to have another shot at the Super Bowl. This is something the Chiefs were adamant about doing. They have wanted this to happen. Really just a matter of, would he get to free agency? In the end, he is likely not. Travis Kelce expected to stay in Kansas City.
All right, guys, bringing it back now to some of the top.
I'll tell you what.
Quarterback.
I'm going to take
it real quick. All right, now everybody wants to talk.
Mike, go ahead. We're not even at noon. We're already off the rails. Tua Tagovailoa, a former Dolphins quarterback already with the team, announcing today that they have moved on from him and will foot the bill for most of the $54 million that's owed to him. So where will he wind up? Again, sources telling the insiders that Matt Ryan, Kevin Stefanski, Ian Cunningham, the new regime in Atlanta, making a push for Tagovailoa.
So Tua Tagovailoa is available now based upon the fact that the Dolphins announced he will be released, even though that has not become official and won't until after 4 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday. Based on the rules that the NFL modified a couple of years ago, once a team makes an announcement, other teams are allowed to contact the player. So just hours into Tua Tagovailoa's first unofficial trip into free agency, it does appear that he is poised to land with a new team. We know this. Kevin Stefanski, the new staff there, are going to be building an offense for a left-handed quarterback in Michael Penix Jr. Tua is a natural fit for a variety of different reasons, including the fact that, you guessed it, he is also left-handed. Tua, it should also be mentioned, amidst an up-and-down season in 2025, played one of his best games in Atlanta against the Falcons, despite waking up with some type of an infection that caused one of his eyes to swell shut. He was excellent in that game. The eyes back to normal. Tua is available, and because the Dolphins still owe him $54 million fully guaranteed this season, a one-year minimum contract allows them to bring Tua in at a really cut rate in.
Yeah, and the reason they have to bring a quarterback in at a cut rate is because they are still dealing with the ramifications of that Kirk Cousins deal. Remember, he's getting $10 million from the Atlanta Falcons this season, plus there is the cap hit. So they have been in a situation where they really can't spend on a quarterback, which obviously is why this new regime is in there. So get Tua, have him be the sort of stopgap. If he has to come in and start a couple games, maybe a month into the season while Michael Penix recovers from a torn ACL, that's fine. Meanwhile, Kevin Stefanski had Dylan Gabriel last year, so he certainly does have experience in the realm of lefty quarterbacks. There's a lot of lefty quarterbacks we're talking about here. Lefty here with Tua and Penix. It's a lot. There wasn't a lefty quarterback for a long time. Now the NFL is flush with lefties. It's really too much for me to deal with. And Rob's going to jump in. He wasn't a lefty quarterback, was he? I know he played quarterback in college. Were you a lefty?
No, I wasn't a lefty, Ian. But look, listen up. Insiders, what's happening? Look, check this out. Quick question, man.
Go ahead.
While y'all doing all this, all great information, I get it, right? 2 lefty quarterbacks, all of that. You can build a package offensively for the left-handed quarterback. But it's not like Tua's been the healthiest guy in the world. And it's not like Michael Penix isn't coming off an injury. There isn't any concern that we're going to have 2 beat-up quarterbacks in the quarterback room?
Who wants that one?
I would say that's certainly something that they're working through here, Mike Robin. It's a good point because Michael Penix Jr. had that ACL surgery toward the end of last season. He is not going to be available to be full go until right up against the start of the 2026 season. For Tua, he is healthy at this moment in time. And he comes into a situation here where at some point Matt Ryan has made pretty clear as the new president of football that he'd like to see Penix on the field. For Tua Tagovailoa, what this means is this. He's making $54 million. The Dolphins are paying 53 of that. The Falcons are not paying a whole lot, but it will give him the opportunity likely in the short term because of the time the Penix is missing to get out on the field and remind people he hopes how he can function in a precision, timing, passing type of an offense like the one that Kevin Stefanski wants to install. I don't think it's strictly the fact that he's left-handed quarterback. That is certainly a bonus, but with those 2 guys together here, you're really trying to see what you have in multiple guys who are high first-round draft picks, Mike.
Yeah, I'll just add one quick thing. Go back to what Kevin Stefanski had with the Browns last year. There were 3 options. We were talking about Dylan Gabriel. 4 options. Kenny Pickett, Joe Flacco, Shedeur Sanders, Dylan Gabriel. Like, they went into camp with 4 guys, and we were saying, well, how's this going to, so even if this happens, again, because of the economics of it, doesn't mean necessarily that they could be done. They could still add potentially even more options to the quarterback room. So stay tuned, Atlanta, and that new regime doing work.
Hey, you guys know that Dylan Gabriel.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, Ian mentioned it.
Yeah, Dylan Gabriel is another one.
Currently.
All right.
Lefty.
Stefanski, I don't know. You guys are drawing conclusions here, drawing lines. All right, thanks, fellas. Appreciate it. Back to you as we continue here on Free Agency Frenzy presented by Microsoft Copilot, looking at franchise and transition tagged players. The list is minimal. The rarely used transition tag applied to Daniel Jones there in Indianapolis. So that gives them the right to answer any deal that comes, any offer sheet that goes Daniel Jones's way. Okay, with that, let's welcome in Jane Slater, who's been following all of the Cowboys news and has been on potential Max Crosby trade alert. That obviously didn't happen, but Jane, we did get a move here that the insiders are reporting with Rashawn Gary now going from Green Bay, where he was teammates with Micah Parsons, now to where Micah Parsons began his career there in Dallas. What are your thoughts? What are you hearing about how this deal ultimately got struck between the Cowboys and Packers?
Well, Brett, you said something that we typically don't hear in Dallas. All the moves that the Cowboys are making during free agency, there are so many times I get scheduled for our coverage, and I'm just sitting here going, this is we like our guys season. They like their guys, but they need help. They have a new defensive coordinator in Christian Parker, and to refresh you, he wants a multiple defense, 3-4 in nature, 4-2-5 in nickel. He stressed the importance of affecting the QB, stopping the run. How does Rashawn Gary do that? He is a powerful guy who plays the edge well. He holds the ground, he closes the running lanes, and he's played in the system before. As it was explained to me, he is a straight outside linebacker that can rush inside on those passing downs packages. And now you've got Quinnen Williams, Kenny Clark, and Gary up front. You also have Osa Digizua, who can play the 4-eye for you. And keep in mind, there are some people out there that are like, wait, you gave up a 2027 fourth-round pick. You know, you got Dak in the 4th round. You got Ryan Switzer a couple years back, Jake Ferguson. But they talked about around here, they want a day one starter. They don't want a redshirt guy. And the big thing that you're going to hear, one of the themes with some of these free agents is going to be familiarity with the scheme. Well, there is a familiarity with Christian Parker. Rashawn Gary was drafted while he was quality control there for 2 years. And then when you also look, they just went and got a new pass rushing specialist, Brandon Jordan. He was working with Rashawn Gary from the time he entered the draft and through all of these off seasons. So this is a really good move. It's a low risk, potentially high reward. And look for more of those as we keep moving through free agency this week.
I mean, there's more edge rushers on the market, Jane, right? Jalen Phillips out there, Trey Hendrickson.
From the U.
I mean, could the Cowboys be dipping back into that market to continue to shore up that defense?
Yeah, there's a possibility they're not done here, Rhett. I think the thing with Trey Hendrickson that I'm being told is still some concerns about the injury. Remember, he had the core muscle injury. Now he had this, and then Jake Ferguson. But keep an eye, I'm told they're looking at safeties right now. I mentioned this last night when we kicked off coverage. Jalen Thompson, 28 years old. He is a guy that they think that he's great in multi-scheme versatility. He also has a familiarity with their new quarterbacks coach, Ryan Smith, who was there in Arizona. So keep an eye on him. And I keep pressing on to Kobe Dean, the linebacker. That's obvious because of his relationship with Christian Parker.
Yeah.
Not getting a lot of answers on that one. All I keep getting is the ominous, we're talking about a lot of players right now.
On it as
So make of
usual.
that what you will, Rhett.
Good
Jane
job,
Slater,
Jane.
thank you very
Okay.
much.